Jessica Munisamy, the executive chef of Modern Tailors restaurant in the heart of Rosebank, Johannesburg. Jessica's story is one of passion, perseverance, and breaking barriers in a male-dominated industry.
I chose to become a chef purely because I was exposed to it in a new high school, and I fell in love with the teaching, with the ability of what food can do when it comes to bringing a family together. It's something that's particular because it's something that was very close to my heart, that would bring my family together. My family, most of my family was very supportive in this, except for my dad. My dad was very much against it because, of course, he wanted me to follow in the footsteps of being a doctor or of being an engineer, but something that he classified as being a career, because a chef was not it. He didn't want to pay for my studies, and he wanted me to just... Actually, he didn't speak to me for a whole year because he was so angry with that factor. But for me, it was something I really wanted to do, and I wasn't going to let anybody stand in that way. Whether it be my parent or not, I made sure I achieved what I wanted to.
Jessica's journey began in a small Indian household where food was always at the center of family life. Her father envisioned a traditional career path for her, but Jessica's heart was drawn to the kitchen, inspired by her mother's cooking and her father's family-owned takeaway shop.
My mom was a cook in a white household back in the day because she left school when she was in standard 5. And when they lived in Durban, they obviously had to work to support the family, and she had a family of 13 siblings. Growing up, she was a stay-at-home mom, but she literally cooked everything from scratch. We had baked goods, all of those things when we could get them. And going through primary school, my dad obtained a takeaway in Joburg Central. And from there, it was a sense where it was a family-owned business. My brothers were running it. I used to go there on weekends, and we had a bottle store, a general dealer, and all of those things. So I used to love standing and cooking in there. When my dad bought our family home in Germiston, he had the biggest kitchen I'd ever seen. It had an island with cupboard space and stoves. And I used to just work that kitchen in a sense because I had all that space, then ingredients to work with. And I used to love watching my mom cook, help her. I used to hate it at first because I was forced to help her. But then when I needed to and wanted to do it, it was a sense where I would go in and I'd be like, what's in here? What can I make from this? Okay, we might not have had all the ingredients that we wanted, but I'd always find a way. It ideally always comes down to my household and where we are, the way I grew up, and just, what I was exposed to in that sense.
Jessica's determination led her to pursue a career in hospitality, defying expectations. After studying restaurant and hotel management, she spent nearly a decade honing her skills in Dubai and Doha before returning to South Africa.
I took a big chance in terms of just jumping onto a plane, going to visit a friend in Dubai, and deciding that I'm going to live here now. Walked into my first restaurant with my CV and prayed to God. And ever since then, I've been so blessed because I walked into an operations manager. The executive chef that worked there was South African, which was amazing. Making that change for me was the best thing that I ever did because it exposed me to so much more of the world. Mostly the challenges that I've come across within the hospitality industry is that you're never really taken seriously. It is always a man's kitchen. It's always a man's world. And to make yourself, you have to work 3 times as hard, sometimes even more, to prove your capability of doing that in the kitchen, of working those hours. So for me, I fought through. I had to learn how to break barriers within the industry, working with men, working with women, both of that. But ideally, for me, it's just understanding men's mentality when it came to me walking in to a kitchen and saying, I'm the boss here and this is what you're going to have to do. Being a woman, first of all, as one, and being younger as a second, the second point. What I've realized is the misconceptions is our ability to actually work the hours that needs to be worked. The physical endurance that we have to go through. Because it's tough. We work 16-hour shifts, 18-hour shifts at certain times. There's days when you're absolutely exhausted and you're leaving at 2 o'clock in the morning, but you're back here at 8 to open the store and run and do prep.
Today, she leads a diverse team at Modern Tailors, combining Durban Indian flavors with vibrant street food influences from Mumbai. Executive Chef Jessica Munisamy is using her platform to change the narrative, mentoring young women and creating opportunities in the culinary world. Chef Jess is proof that with passion and perseverance, you can carve your space in any industry and inspire others to follow.
My girls in my kitchen have quit multiple times. They've cried. They've literally come to me and said, I can't do this anymore, chef. And I sat them down and we cried together. And I said, we will do this because we can do this. I know it's difficult. So for me, it's always bringing them on board, showing them support, being supportive of whatever they're doing, helping and guiding them. I include as much women as I can. I try to upskill them and grow them to the best of my ability. I have chefs who want to learn about food costing, when I want to learn about a P&L, and I sit down and I'm like, let's learn because I want them to grow. I don't want them to just be just a chef. I want you to be an exec chef. I want you to be a celebrity chef if that's what you want to do. I want you to be a consultant, but I want you to be the best version that you can be. And I want to help you get there. And that's what it should be about. The dream, and it is going to be a reality because I am working on that, is to have a fully female-run restaurant on its own, who have the ability to do anything and everything. In that sense, where we are looked at as a power team. I want people to know we have capabilities too, and stop judging us, stop putting us in a box and telling us that we're limited to certain things, because we're not. We're really not. And it's not about fighting to be a man or better than a man. It's about fighting to be a woman who has equality to do anything and everything we want to. That's all, and not be disregarded.